Ever wondered why Turkey, despite its geographical location and cultural richness, is not part of the European Union yet? The story of Turkey-EU relations is a complex web of historical ties, shared interests, and political challenges. It all began in 1959 when Turkey first established relations with the EU. Yet over 6 decades later, it remains an applicant for EU membership, not an official member. This relationship is marked by contradictions. On one hand, Turkey is a significant partner to the EU, sharing a customs union and bordering 2 EU member states, Bulgaria and Greece. On the other, accession negotiations have been stalled since 2016, largely due to concerns over human rights and rule of law in Turkey. From the early promises to the current impasse, we will explore the fascinating journey of Turkey-EU relations. Join us as we delve into the intricate history and current state of Turkey-EU relations. It all started in 1959 when Turkey first established relations with the EU. In these early days, the seeds of a promising partnership were sown. The year 1963 marked a significant milestone with the formalization of the institutional framework through the Ankara Agreement. This agreement not only fostered economic cooperation, but also set the stage for a potential full-fledged membership. Turkey's strategic location, bridging Europe and Asia, coupled with its robust economy, positioned it as a key partner for the European Union. This is evident in the EU-Turkey Customs Union, which came into effect in 1995, eliminating customs duties, quantitative restrictions, and measures having equivalent effect in the trade between Turkey and the EU. This partnership further underscored Turkey's importance to the EU, fostering stronger economic ties and paving the way for more comprehensive cooperation. The year 1987 marked another critical juncture in the relationship. Turkey submitted its application to accede to the European Union, signaling its intent to fully integrate with the European community. This move was met with optimism as it was seen as a natural progression of Turkey's growing ties with the EU. Yet, it's important to note that Turkey's relationship with the EU is not just about economics or geopolitics. It's also about shared values and aspirations. The Western-inspired reforms of Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, the founder of the modern Turkish Republic, placed a heavy emphasis on aligning Turkey with the Western world. This alignment was not just in terms of political and economic systems, but also in terms of cultural and societal norms. As we look back at these early years, we see a relationship characterized by mutual interest and shared goals. A relationship that was not without its challenges, but one that held great promise. It was a time of optimism, a time when the vision of Turkey as a full member of the European Union seemed well within reach. However, despite the promising start, the road to EU membership for Turkey has been anything but smooth. From human rights concerns to political shifts, numerous factors have stalled Turkey's EU accession process. Since 1987, Turkey has been a candidate for EU membership, but the journey has been far from smooth. The last few years have seen a significant slowdown, with the process coming to a near halt since 2016. One of the major factors contributing to this impasse is the European Union's criticism of Turkey's human rights record and rule of law. The EU has raised concerns about violations and deficits in these areas, and these criticisms have played a significant role in stalling the accession negotiations. In 2016, the European Parliament voted to suspend these talks over these very concerns. This decision, while non-binding, was a clear signal of the EU's stance. The Parliament's decision was based on the belief that the prevailing circumstances in Turkey, including a perceived shift towards autocratic rule, made progress on EU accession impossible. 3 years later, in 2019, the European Parliament echoed this sentiment. It unanimously accepted a call for a halt to the full membership negotiations between the EU and Turkey. This decision further deepened the impasse, leaving the future of Turkey's EU membership uncertain. Yet, amidst these challenges, Turkey has continued to express its desire for EU membership. For Turkey, the accession process is about more than just the end goal of membership. It is about achieving the necessary levels of development, irrespective of the final outcome. These developments have led to a state of limbo in Turkey-EU relations, with no clear path forward. The journey towards EU membership is a long and complex one, filled with numerous stumbling blocks. For Turkey, these stumbling blocks have proven to be significant, shaping the course of its relations with the EU and leaving the future of its accession process uncertain. Despite the impasse, Turkey-EU relations continue to evolve, reflecting the complexities of this relationship. The past few years have seen a series of events that have further complicated these ties. Let's take a closer look. In the middle of 2023, Turkey's leader, Erdogan, raised the topic of his nation's EU membership within the context of Sweden's NATO application. This move was seen as an attempt to rekindle the conversation around Turkey's EU accession, a topic that had been stalled for years. However, just a month later, the EU made a decision that left a significant impact. They decided not to restart the full membership negotiations with Turkey. This decision, while not unexpected, was a clear sign of the enduring challenges in this relationship. It highlighted the EU's concerns about Turkey's human rights record and the state of its democracy. Yet, despite the halted negotiations, the association agreement between Turkey and the EU continues to serve as the foundation for their relationship. Established institutions ensure ongoing political dialogue and cooperation, demonstrating that, despite the challenges, the relationship is far from over. But the EU's stance has not been without criticism. Many have accused the EU of having double standards when it comes to Turkey. While the EU expresses concern over human rights and democracy in Turkey, critics argue that it turns a blind eye to similar issues in other member states or potential members. This criticism adds another layer of complexity to the already intricate relationship between Turkey and the EU. Moreover, some fear that the EU's hard stance could push Turkey to seek alliances elsewhere or adopt more aggressive policies, particularly in relation to migration. This concern is not without basis, considering Turkey's strategic location and its role in managing migratory flows into Europe. These recent developments underscore the complexities and contradictions that continue to define Turkey-EU relations. The relationship, much like the negotiations, is a puzzle that is yet to be solved. So, where does this leave us in understanding the intricate dynamics of Turkey-EU relations? Let's take a moment to reflect on our journey through this complex and fascinating relationship. We've delved into the historical roots of these relations, beginning in the late 50s when the initial bonds were formed. We've seen how the Ankara Agreement of 1963 provided a formal framework for cooperation between these two entities. Despite not being a full-fledged member of the European Union, Turkey has been an integral part of the EU-Turkey Customs Union, sharing borders with two EU member states, Greece and Bulgaria. Our journey then took us to the long-standing application of Turkey for EU membership, which started in 1987. However, the path to accession has been far from smooth. Since 2016, the accession negotiations have been in a stalemate, with concerns raised by the EU over human rights violations and deficits in the rule of law in Turkey. We've also explored the foreign relations policies of Turkey, which have undergone significant changes in the post-Cold War era. Turkey has sought to strengthen its regional presence in the Balkans, the Middle East and the Caucasus, while maintaining its aspiration for EU membership. Nevertheless, the European Parliament's unanimous decision in 2019 to halt membership negotiations symbolizes the current state of affairs. Most recently, we've discussed the revival of Turkey's EU membership aspirations in 2023, in the context of Sweden's application for NATO membership. However, the EU's decision not to restart full membership negotiations with Turkey shows that the path to accession remains fraught with challenges. In conclusion, the future of Turkey-EU relations remains uncertain. The implications of this relationship extend far beyond their borders, impacting regional geopolitics, migration patterns, and global economic trends. As we have seen, the puzzle of Turkey-EU relations is far from being solved, but understanding its history and current state gives us a clearer picture of this complex relationship.
Join Intel Prime Channel membership today and get access to exclusive benefits, including early access to new videos, exclusive discounts on Intel products, behind-the-scenes content, live chat with me and other members. Other options will be soon available. Thank you for your support and for helping Intel Prime grow.